Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. I'd like to thank Travis Kelce for ruining white rap for me, Perna.
I learned one thing since I've been here. You gotta fight for your right to party!
Per source, it did take Kelce all season to memorize that. But imagine if he really kicked some Beastie Boy lyrics. Like, I don't know. I kick it, root down. I put my root down. It's not a put down. I put my foot down. And then I make some love and I put my root down. Like Sweetie Pie by the Stone Alliance. Everybody knows I'm known for dropping science. I'm electric like Dick Hyman. I guess you'd expect to catch the crew rhyming. Never let you down with the stereo sound. So Mike, get on the mic and turn it out. We're talking root down. I put my boot down. I kick your motherfucking root down. And if you want to battle me, you're putting loot down. I said root down. It's time to scoot down. I'ma step up to the mic and my goose down, but I get carried away. Also though, with no sarcasm, Travis, I do appreciate you saying fuck on television.
And he shows it every time. I'm Willis Khabib, baby. I fucking love you.
As requested by Patrick Mahomes, Bad Luck Chuck watched the AFC Championship game from home. Next to Paul Rudd, Jason Sudeikis, David Koechner, Eric Stonestreet, Rob Riggle, Josh Riesgo, and Eddie Samovich, two guys I went to high school with. He's the only Chiefs fan I like. Not cursing your team is the number one thing you can do as a fan to help the team win. King Henry's blood reign of terror is over as the Titans fall to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Let's review. How you gonna kick it, root down? How you gonna kick it, root down? I put my boot down, I put my boot down. And then how you gonna kick it, root down? Freestyle Nation 2020. Please, if you would like football videos with a twist of shitty humor, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do have big dick Patreon shoutouts for Nathan. I sure hope the Broncos fix the fucking O-line. Stripling. 40 Hands, who upped his donation and wanted me to shout out Stephanie, aka 14th Fiddle. Well, Stephanie, just be glad you're not 15th Fiddle. Or 16th Fiddle. Or worst of all, be happy you're not 17th Fiddle. And certainly you should be happy to not be 18th Fiddle. 19th Fiddle would be pretty fiddling fucking bad. Also, it's Vaughn like Donkey Kong, Julius Scoggins, and Jack Sir Hunchington Wiggett Wanless. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Patreon.com/ThatsGoodSports. That's how you keep this channel alive. And we'll have our Patreon only video dropping next week, I believe. Leading up to the game, some interesting things happened. I thought Frank Clark, prior to the matchup, made the ultimate playoff mistake, talking shit that would backfire when he said this about Derrick Henry. I don't see no difficulty in tackling him. He's just easy to me up front because I don't look at any running back like they can't be tackled. He's not one of the best guys at breaking tackles to me, honestly. Unlike with me, poor grammar doesn't hurt Frank Clark. Unbeknownst to himself, Clark was saved by his bad education. I don't see no difficulty in tackling him. That inadvertently suggested Henry would be hard to tackle, therefore negating his attempted shit-talking on a technicality. Nicole Hardman showed up as the Fresh Prince to try and dethrone King Henry, who walked into Arrowhead in a blue fur coat, which he made himself after ruthlessly killing 700 stitches from Lilo and Stitch, which he stitched into this glorious coat. Now the Chiefs ended the fourth longest Super Bowl drought in the NFL with their victory and finally won the Lamar Hunt Trophy, of course named after their very own Kareem Lamar Hunt, who during his time with the Chiefs never helped them win his trophy. Tyreek Hill entered the field by crawling like a dog and then lifting his leg to pee like a dog. I'm pretty sure that's a direct threat to Titans defensive coordinator Dean Pease. Now, the Chiefs' defense isn't perfect, but I think I heavily underestimated Steve Spagnuolo's love of goal line defensive schemes deployed midfield. He had Tyrann Mathieu ready to play this game, and that honey badger finally gave a fuck. A.J. Brown opened the game, though, with a 37-yard catch and run, and he did it because he loves kickers, helping Greg Joseph split the gooch for the first Titans field goal in the postseason. The Titans' second offensive drive was propelled by back-to-back defensive offsides penalties, which, unlike last season, didn't cost the Chiefs the victory, with Jonnu Smith getting the Titans down to the 3. That's when Derrick Henry moved in at quarterback, the most terrifying sight for any defense to see on the goal line, and then ran in to give the Titans an early 10-0 lead untouched. Derrick Henry's nickname, King Henry, has reached the national stage, but nobody has clarified which fucking King Henry he is. It would make the most sense if it was King Henry V of England, the great warrior king whose short reign was extremely productive during the 100 Years' War, just like Derrick Henry in the NFL's 100th season, with both being considered some of the greatest offensive warriors we've ever seen. Or it could be Henry VIII, based on the fact that they're both giant 6'3" men in great positions of power who also use that power to score a lot. Henry, of course, had 6 wives in case your public education failed you. Frank Clark. The Titans did have an effective pass rush, is what I would have said if they were playing anyone other than Patty Mahomes, who somehow avoided sack after sack by throwing the ball away, or to Kelce on 3rd down, or scrambling and getting yards with his legs, backpedaling until the Titans secondary keeled over from heat exhaustion, which is saying something given it was 17 degrees at kickoff. Tyreek Hill capped the Chiefs' first productive drive with the touchdown on a handoff. Touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. Let me slow this play down so you can see just how impressive this throw that travels even less distance than the inches of dick Mike Vrabel no longer has to chop off, so we can appreciate why the NFL credits these throws as tutties. I've passed kidney stones farther than this throw. Now, no one is faster than Tyreek Hill, which means that even if his offensive teammates do commit wonton chip blocks and holding penalties on every play, it's so far away from where Hill is, no one notices. The Titans were bailed out on a 3rd and 22 due to a Chiefs pass interference call. Usually when you say bail and Kansas City Chiefs, we're talking about one of their players. But it was nice of Marcus Mariota to come out of witness protection to run the option for one play. The Titans capped a 9-minute drive with all the beauty and grace you would expect to see in an all-male fat guy ballet. Fat guy touchdown alert. It is the fat guy touchdown alert. That's 6'8", 320-pound Dennis Kelly catching his 2nd touchdown of the season. That's the heaviest man to ever catch a postseason tuggle-buggle. That's 53.3 pounds per point. He is the GOAT, greatest of all fat. Now, for every 9-minute Titans touchdown, the Chiefs countered with a quick 1-minute touchdown drive. It was like watching George Foreman fight that spider monkey dude from Bloodsport. It looked like the Chiefs would kick a field goal to head into halftime with the 17-17 tie, but then Patrick Mahomes channeled his inner Lamarshawn Lynch son to perform the most impressive run for a quarterback in this postseason. And all it took was the Titans forgetting how to tackle. Rashaan Evans whiffs first, but I mostly blame Amani Hooker for taking his name way too literally, doing everything he can to help his John score as quickly as possible with the least amount of contact, like a great hooker. Now, Ryan Tannehill has been watching Derrick Henry so much that momentarily he thought he was Derrick Henry. Spoiler alert, he is not. Dirty Daniel Sorensen, who got his nickname at BYU, where he was once caught dancing to modern music in a warehouse, violated Ryan Tannehill. And his courage to dance at BYU is probably why he's not scared to hit quarterbacks high in 2020. That hit did lead to the rare injury where a player forgets that he has hands. Here's a guy who's really got his head in the playbook, which tells me he would cut off his nose to spite first place. Ryan Tannehill, the kind of married man smart enough to not put his fingerprints on the tablet he's using to wipe right. The big difference in this game for Tennessee, besides the Chiefs doing a good job against Derrick Henry, was they didn't get an early lead. And when the Chiefs started scoring, they couldn't go blow to blow, blow for blow with them. And really, since nobody knows how to stop the Chiefs' offense, you have to score with them to have a chance in the fourth quarter. And this game essentially ended on a Damian Williams touchdown, his 7th in back-to-back postseasons. In this game, we witnessed rare touchdowns by lineman Dennis Kelly, Harvard tight end Anthony Ferkser, aka Phillip Rivers' replacement word for fuckser, and most rare of all, the most rare of scoring occasions, a Sammy Watkins touchdown. Watkins hadn't found the end zone since September 8th, back when we all knew the Titans weren't a playoff team. Now it's been 16 years since Andy Reid went to the Super Bowl, and in that time, Andy has learned a lot. He's learned how to manage the clock. He's learned how to pay off the refs so they only flag the other team for holding. That takes a lot of coaching. And he's learned having a quarterback who's perfect in every way is the easiest way to get to the Super Bowl. He also learned the only way to get to the Super Bowl in Miami is to dress like you're going to Miami every year. That's the law of attraction, mother lovers. That's what Reid said. Now 6 minutes to play in this game, and Tennessee pulled out the old fake punt. And Kansas City, assuming the Titans would just lay over and die like they were from Houston. Oh shit, they originally were, weren't they? Had absolutely no idea and gave up 37 yards. It means nothing, but you always show a fake punt. And it takes balls to run a fake punt. I don't care at what part of the game it is. And Mike Vrabel, Dick Keeper, will put those balls to good use next season. And like many kings before him, Henry's reign came to a brutal end after a short run of dominance, only to be replaced by a harder man, a Prince Hardman. And like the majority of princes before him, Nicole really did very little to earn the throne he now claims. 1 catch for 8 yards for Hardman. Sammy Watkins finished as KC's leading receiver, a $144 and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill had 2 Toga Bogas, and Mahomes with his 3 Tittle Wonkers finished 7 yards shy of 300. Even in a loss though, Derrick Henry still won, finishing with 69 yards. Somewhere Gronk is thinking about coming back to the NFL. Hell of a performance though from the Chiefs defense to hold Henry to just 7 yards in the second half. The weirdest stat though is there were 0 turnovers in this game. Now Ryan Nanny posed the best football statement/question since the Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl on Twitter. He said, "I'm still not entirely clear why we have AFC and NFC Championship trophies or why they look like mixing beaters." Well, Ryan, let me answer for you. It was because Lamar Hunt knew his team would not get to the Super Bowl until they had the right mix of beaters on the roster. Also, he was a huge fan of baking. Lamar Hunt loved to bake. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, @BrandonPerna if you want to follow me there and talk football shits. Also, make sure you follow @TJ Carpenter Show. Helps me write some of these football videos here. And he helped with this one, big times.